Heyo, it's Comet, and today we're going to be talking about the first look for the Magic the Gathering Avatar: The Last Airbender set. I'm just going to be going over like the news they talk about, not really the specifics of the card. I'll talk about the new mechanic, but if you want to see the specific cards, come back tomorrow because I'll be uploading a video going over all of those. So yeah, let's get into it. First thing we got to talk about is the two expansion symbols. There's the TLA expansion symbol, which is the main set, so the ones you'll find in play boosters for the most part. And there's TLE, which is the expansion symbol, which is for the Jumpstart boosters, which are coming back again this year. They came out around the same time for Foundations as when they will for this set, so it's cool to see them back. I like Jumpstart, I'm a fan of it. And then it's also for the bonus sheet, which, like I said, we'll talk about later. Here it just explains legality. Basically, this is not legal in standard um, or modern, I believe. And then here's the MSRPs. They're the same as like the Final Fantasy set was, so like double almost the price of a normal Magic the Gathering set. So yeah, there's that. I guess it is what it is. Here are the important dates. So the debut stream is on the 28th of October, which after that we'll start seeing our previews go up until the 7th when the full card image gallery will be out. And then you have your pre-release events, the release date on Arena, and then there's some other stuff here that I'm not going to really talk about. And then it talks about pre-orders and debut. Um, Nothing really. It just tells you to pre-order. I've been looking. I haven't seen it go up yet at the time of this recording, so we'll see if it goes up. I'm gonna check again, probably around midnight, just to be sure, but it has not gone up yet. So here we can see the mechanic. First thing we're gonna talk about is airbending. Airbending is whenever something will trigger airbending, and then you can exile cards with airbending, and then those cards can be played later for 2 mana instead of their mana cost. Cards like Appa take your own cards out. There's other cards that'll take like that'll airbend your opponent's cards away, and they can bring them back, which is kind of cool. I like the mechanic. You can also notice that Appa has Ally, so does Aang. Ally's another mechanic, I guess, that's coming back, but that's a returning mechanic, not a new one. Um, and there's water bending, which is kind of like convoke for abilities, if that makes sense. So you water for this creature, you water bend X, which means you can pay colorless, or you can pay, or you can tap creatures to pay 1, and that's how you. It's not convoke because it doesn't use power; it just uses creatures. Or no, I have that right. Convoke is creatures, something else is power. I can't think of what it is. And then Earthbending is a land you control becomes a 0/0 with haste. It's still a land, and it gets counters equal to the number of Earthbend. And if that land were to die, it just comes back tapped, which you can definitely do some interesting things with. Like if you have a landfall commander and you have a way to sacrifice creatures, that could be an interesting like loop you do. And then there's firebending, which the way firebending works is when a creature attacks, you add whatever the like firebending number is. So this one's firebending X. You add that X red mana to your mana pool, and then it leaves at the end of combat. So it's good for like playing stuff at instant speed for the most part, or paying into abilities of creatures you're attacking with. And then we have our different printings. We have the Raise Foil Aang, which is the headliner card, which is don't expect to pull this. Don't go chasing this unless you have lots of money, because the odds of pulling this are probably really low. But if you get it, it looks really good. It's a flip card, so these are the two sides, and it looks amazing. And the card itself is pretty good. Especially this could be your commander, which makes the fact that it's the headliner pretty cool in my opinion. I think all headliners should be legends so they can be commanders, but that's just me. And then we have the Borderless Battle Post cards. These are exclusive to collector boosters. They'll probably be these for all the different like main cast characters and like some of the villains. These are probably my favorite printings of the set. I love these. These look amazing. When I build my commander deck, because I will be building a commander deck, I'm going to be building them with this printing. Probably, unless the character I choose to build doesn't have it. But if they do, this will be the printing I run. And yeah, that's that. And then there's Bordeaux Double Face Sagas. There's these sagas. Sagas are in pretty much most Universe Beyond sets because they're great for telling stories. And they flip into, for this instance, a creature. I don't know if they're all going to be creatures, but this one is one. And this you can find in regular boosters. Yeah, and that's pretty nice to see. And then the Field Notes is back. This first came out in Bloomborough last year. It looked great then. It looks great now. I'm happy to see it come back. I hope they keep bringing it back. Because it looks great, and I think people love Bloomborough, and so hopefully they're happy that they're seeing this like art style come back, which means we might get to see more of it in the future. And then we have the elemental frame cards here, which like are going to be based around like an element, probably based on whatever mana symbols are in the card. You can see Reckless Lightning, which is probably the best card they showed off today, maybe the best card in the set. And then the Katara we talked about earlier. And then for our full art lands, you have the Appa lands, where you'll be able to see Appa just flying in the background of each one of these. They look nice. They look good. And I think you could, if you like Avatar: The Last Airbender, you're running these in all your decks. And then lastly, we just have the different products. There's the play boosters that are coming out, and then there's the collector boosters, you know, same as usual. And then there's Jumpstart. Each Jumpstart will have 24 packs like last year, and then each Jumpstart pack will have 20 cards, and there's 61 different possible like combinations of those cards. And then there's the bundle, which you can kind of see the dice there. It's kind of hard to see, but I always try to pick up bundles like just so I can have the dice, and it's nice to have the extra packs and the extra basics. And then there's the Commander's bundle, which is just a gift bundle where you get the collector booster in addition to the normal like 9 play boosters. And this time it also comes with this click wheel, which looks like it probably is set to, which is made for like Commander. That's what the click wheels are usually made for, which is why they're calling this Commander's bundle. And it also comes with 5 non-foil promo cards, which I'm assuming are all going to be like Commanders, is why they're calling this the Commander box. And I don't know what I just did to my screen. There we go. And then we have the scene boxes, which we saw in Lord of the Rings, and we are getting in Spider-Man, which will have like 6 cards usually, with all their arts that connect. And you can see what the art will look like on the box. So we'll probably get an Appa, probably Ahsoka, Katara. I think that's who that is. Maybe Boomy or Toph over here. Zuko maybe over here. I don't know. You can kind of get the idea. These arts will all connect, and you can kind of maybe guess on what the cards will be, but not really. And then the next product is the beginner box, which will have 10 jumpstart decks and some other stuff in it, like a game board, how to play cards. This is great for if you want to teach someone how to play Magic. And I think why they chose Avatar for this is a lot of people have seen Avatar. They grew up with Avatar, at least around my age. So I think they want to try to get more people into Magic, and the beginner box is a great way to do that. So is the jumpstart deck, because you just shuffle those 2 decks together and you teach them like some of the mechanics and how like turn order works, stuff like that, instant sorcery, timing, stuff like that. And it's a great way to learn the very basics before you start branching into other formats. And then last is the pre-release kit, which there'll be a pre-release obviously. And the way these work is whichever character you see on the box, you're guaranteed to get in the box itself. So say you choose Toph, for example. If you open the Toph box, the promo will guaranteed be a Toph, which is great. I think it's a great decision if you're local LGS. I know that just means I said local twice. Lets you pick your pack. You can pick whichever character is your favorite, or whichever one you're trying to hope for to build a deck around or whatever. Which I think is a great decision. So yeah, you get that, and then the normal 5 pack or 1 seeded pack with the character in it, and then 5 other packs similar. The seeded pack similar to Tarkir, where it's like built around that card, the base Kai you chose, and then a spin down. And yeah, that's everything they showed off as far as like non-cards. They revealed a bunch of cards, which I'm gonna have a video coming out probably tomorrow talking about that. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see that, and thanks for watching.